every day, at least one picture would be uploaded with the hashtag self-love. It would probably be one full of smiles, and the person would most likely or probably be holding up the peace sign. But really, what does self-love mean? Hey there, it's Kaydo, and welcome to Kaydo's show, where I talk about love, life, God, poetry, and pretty much every random thing that pops up in my head. So from the title, you know that today we're talking about self-love. So what does self-love mean to you? What do you perceive self-love as? So leave your thoughts in the comment section and let's interact. Yeah. So if you have had any interaction with me, or if you watch any of my previous videos, you should know that I'm a church girl. Like, I was practically born and brought up in church, went to church from Sunday school, all the other classes that you can do in church. And one of the very first Bible verses you get to learn in church is love your neighbor as yourself. And one thing that I noticed is that we focus so much on the part of love your neighbor, and then we forget the part of as yourself. We get to love your neighbor, love your neighbor, love your neighbor. You can't do this. Don't you love your neighbor? You have to do this for this person because you love your neighbor. You have to give because you love your neighbor. And then I don't know, maybe it was me that just didn't pick it out when they were teaching in church. I was not just being attentive, but the part of just loving yourself as a person was just skipped totally. Now, I'm the first child. That means that I just grew up with responsibilities, even if it wasn't really placed on me so much. I just picked up responsibilities here and there, and I was always in the position where I had to like pour into people, where I had to love on people. I'm a leader in my church, so I have to love on people. And very recently I found out that I was kind of like, I was kind of in the place where I was loving people so much that I had loved people so much I had no love for myself left. And when you get to that place where you have loved people much more than you love yourself, I mean, I think you should now ask yourself the question if what you're actually pouring out is love, because you really can't give what you yourself don't have. Now, the Bible wasn't foolish to instruct us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves, because your love for somebody should come from a place of the understanding of your love that you have for yourself. Loving your neighbor as you love yourself. Loving yourself means taking out time to breathe and relax, taking out time to sort out your whatever it is that is going on in your head. Because if you haven't learned how to love yourself, if you haven't learned how to deal with your issues, how are you going to be able to love the person who's your neighbor? How are you going to be able to love the person around you? And self-love is more than just all smiles and beauty. Self-love is more than just all smiles and breathing and relaxing and chilling and taking yourself to the spa and having a day out, which of course is very important. Self-love also includes the part of you chastising yourself, you setting goals for yourself, you being able to like correct yourself and set boundaries for yourself and correct yourself when you're going outside of your boundaries. Because until you learn how to do that to yourself, you're going to find it difficult to do that to somebody else. So if you have been in a position where you have been pouring out love and pouring out love and pouring out love, I encourage you today to step back and breathe and love on yourself. Because very soon, if you don't take out time to love yourself, if you don't take out time to take care of yourself, you will find out that you are empty and you have no more love to give out. So love your neighbor as you love yourself, as you love yourself. So till next time, remember that today belongs to you. Make use of it.